Hey, this is Jessica Hammer, host of Crowned and Dangerous. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Hi, this is Emily.
This is Lindsay.
And this is Elizabeth,
co-hosts of Beauties and Headcanons here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Once you are done with this episode, we hope you'll come check out our show, Beauties and Headcanons, where we talk nerdy to you about fandoms, fan fiction, and all pop culture for nerds that you can think of. A new show comes out every Friday.
Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of Beauties and Headcanons. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
What is up, Rewritten crew? It's Julianne Condia, your host of Rewritten. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of this podcast. If you could share it with 3 friends, that'd be amazing. Lately, I've been getting messages saying, hey, my friend has shared your podcast with me and it is speaking life into me. Do you know the impact that you are creating simply because you are taking 56 seconds out of your day to upload it to Instagram? It's definitely not 56 seconds. Or to send it to 3 friends. It's the ripple effect. It's amazing. Thank you so much. Public House Media, thank you for being an incredible platform for Rewritten. We are so grateful for you. And we just are loving this community, the Rewritten Society, to where we can rewrite our past, and no matter our current circumstances or anything, we can choose the kind of life we want to live right now. And that is who I want to link arms with. I want to link arms with people who don't make problems their highlight. They use their problems as growth and understanding that that is life. They don't stay stuck because of their problems in past and circumstances. They see it as a way of resilience, grit, that it's going to help them be more empathetic. It's going to help them help other people one day. And it's all mindset. And I'm so grateful. I'm so, so grateful. So we're going to talk about goals today. And did you know that 80% of the population does not have goals? That astounds me because I feel like having goals in life makes you better. It makes you work on yourself. It makes you not stay complacent and stuck, and it allows more growth in your life and more possibility in your life simply because you're choosing to not be in this conventional way. And I bet a lot of the goals people have in life aren't really their goals. They might be goals for their workspace, for the people they work for. So for example, teaching, I had goals for objectives for my students. I'm talking personal goals. And I don't mean personal goals such as, can I eat this whole pizza in an hour, or let's see how long it takes me to binge watch Handmaid's Tales. No. I mean goals that are actually going to do something for your life. Don't get me wrong. I love Handmaid's Tales and I love pizza. Goals that are going to make you better, more fit in life. Goals that are going to help you get to a certain place to where you crave it. You don't just think about it, but you actually make it happen. Remember, if your dream is so big, the odds don't matter. It doesn't even matter. And big dreams, it doesn't matter the amount of resources that you have. For your goals, you don't have to know it all. You don't have to have everything in place. And I think so many people are too logical about goals. This is something that I mentor my team on a lot because we set a lot of goals in life. I love it. It is just the coolest thing to partner with people who have goals, ambition, vision for their life, for their family, for what they want, who they want in their life, and all these things. And I always tell them it's 95% belief and the rest is action, even though everything is about action and consistency. But if you do not have that belief, it's not going to happen. I almost have to convince myself about the goals that I go for sometimes because they're so outrageous, where you'll see Post-its and I'm just repeating it and constantly making myself believe it, because it won't happen if you don't believe that you can't make it happen. And so with goal setting and dreaming, it's really, really important that you understand that your belief in your ability to do it is everything. When you're at your best, you are your most authentic self. And I think when we're at our best and operating at our best is that we're moving, we're in motion. I heard this before. That, have you ever been at the airport and your plane gets delayed? Or you're even on the airplane, this has happened to me before, and there's something wrong. Oh, I could totally do a Friends reference right now, if you know what I'm talking about, with Phoebe, the phalange. Anyway, you're sitting on an airplane and something's wrong with it, and you're just sitting there. They don't even evacuate the airplane. You're just sitting there, and you're so frustrated. Or if you live in California, traffic, by the way, if you live anywhere other than California, specifically Silicon Valley and Los Angeles, and you feel like you have traffic, you don't. It is crazy here. But you feel so frustrated. Why is that? I heard this. It's because you're sitting in a place of movement and it's frustrating. You want to be in the air. You want to be there. Because if you think about it, you're probably sitting at home anyway. You're sitting at the airport anyway. Wherever you're going to your destination, you're probably going to sit anyway. It's not so much the sitting, it's that you just want to be in motion because where you are is in motion. We can't be limited. And that's goal setting. It can be so frustrating. You just want to be in the movement, right? So with goal setting, you are going to talk yourself out of it. You are going to push it back, and it's not so logical. And how I mentor on that is that people want to get very technical with it, and you just have to take the action to get there. Another thing with goal setting, and I've done this, I've accomplished a lot with our business, and I'm so proud. But the goals don't make you, they don't give you confidence. It's just a mile marker is kind of how I put it. But you literally, it's the journey there. It's the person you become. It's you chose not to quit. You leaned anyway. When things got really hard, you trusted yourself enough to figure it out. When you felt like everything was falling apart and failing, you showed up anyway. When it was really, really tough to be positive, you still found the blessing in each day, because we know this. Bitterness and blessing cannot exist together, right? And so on your way to building a goal and a dream, it's who you become. It's not the target. It's not the metric that you hit. It's just this journey that you just chose to go for it, and most people don't. So when you choose to go for a goal, one, it is up to you. You are going to be the one person who talks yourself out of it. It is on no one else but you. But two, sometimes when you set a really big goal, people get intimidated. And I have found this with even the business that I'm in, is that I had a lot of people question me and question my integrity or tell me I was selfish or whatever. And I just had to trust my gut. I had to know my intentions. People will question your intentions when it comes to goal setting. People will question you in the sense of also self-care, the guilt, right? Of you should be spending more time with your family, yourself. You'll question yourself in that way of, oh, I shouldn't be working out because, I need to be with my family. But why would we ever give the people we love the most the least of us? I think when we work on ourselves, that gives us the best of us. And I want the people in my life to have the best of us, my friend. It is up to you. So I see a lot of people sit and do nothing, and it breaks my heart, but yet they're pouring into everybody else. They're everybody else's cheerleader, especially moms who want their kids to be courageous. They want their kids to be active. They want their kids to be in all the things, and they are. And you want them to make the best of friends, and you want them to treat people well and be treated well, and you want them to excel in school and just be creative and do all these things. And I just need you to think about this for a second. And this is the legacy that I'm thinking about with my own family, is it is all about modeling. Don't you think it would be kind of weird for you to like breathe all this belief into the people that you love, and yet you're not going for it yourself? I think about that with our family because, man, our family is going to see that Eric and I went for it. We took risks. We built something from the ground up. We work on ourselves. We care about self-care. We live fit. So when we are encouraging our family to live more fit, when we are telling our family to just go for it, I can't even tell you the amount of times my brother has called me to say, hey, I'm thinking about this, and it's a leap he's wanting to take, and I always say, go for it. He always calls me because that's what I'm going to say. But the coolest part about that is he knows that I've gone for it, that I leap, that I'm not just talking about it, that I've walked it. And I know that taking risks and taking the leap are some of the greatest moments of my life. And I just think that that builds so much more trust, and that modeling is everything. So for my family, I want my kids to be fit. I want them to live healthy. Guess what? If I'm not walking that, isn't that just a double standard? Isn't that bizarre? Isn't that weird? I want my kids to live with their dreams. I want them to, if they choose to go to college, okay. If they choose to be an entrepreneur, which is totally my hopes, I would want them to see that I did it. And that my words of encouragement and my advice is because I've walked it. And I really do think my leadership and the way I mentor, the reason it's so effective and the reason, I've been able to coach so many people into, well, they had to choose to be successful. It's not on me, but be able to mentor them through that is because they know I've lived it. I'm daily in the trenches, and it's not just this hoorah, let me just congratulate you, and I'm not going after my own dreams. I want my kids to be dreamers, but I want them to look at their mom and be like, man, my mom was a dreamer, and she got it done. She failed, but I saw how she came back from it. She got off track, but I saw how she course corrected. I saw that it was a struggle, but I saw that it didn't break her. I saw what truly mattered to her. Real relationships, raw relationships, healthy relationships. I saw her work on her marriage daily. I lived it. And I just think that our goals are so beyond us. Our vision is so beyond us. It impacts the people that we love so much that we want them to go for it. We want them to feel so confident. And so for me, when you're setting goals, people are going to get intimidated by it and they're going to question you. And that's not what I think about when I go for it. Instead, I think about the legacy. I think about, man, if I choose not to go for this, this could impact generations. I want to be a chain breaker. I want to show my kids that despite how scary, how hard, other people, insecurities, doubt, fear, whatever, struggle, setback, failure, whatever it is, that I did it anyway. And when I'm telling them to go for it, they know I'm good for my word because they just saw me live life. Because that's what I want. I want my parents to be healthy and happy. I don't want them to wish that just for me. As a grown adult, that's just my biggest thing is I just want to see my own parents massively fulfilled. Starts with you, my friend. So goals are so much more than just a goal. And I just encourage you to start setting them and start going for them because the impact of you just doing that, working out every day, 30 minutes every morning, you know what that's teaching your kids? When you're putting on a swimsuit and you're dancing in the mirror instead of picking apart flaws and trying to pretend like you're confident, oh, your kids could read you like a book. But you're actually confident. Do you know what that does for your family? Everything. So friend, dream big, set goals, stop at nothing. Trust this process and know that it's so much more. So much more. And when you think of it like that, it makes you want to go for it. Thanks for listening. Go ahead and screenshot this. Let me know how it spoke to you. I cannot wait to hear.